We are live. Welcome back to the West Coast Draft Podcast. It's Beau, it's Rob. We're back to break down all of the action from Wild Card Weekend. And there was a lot. My goodness.
Oh yeah, probably one of the best Wild Card weekends in recent memory.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for a while it was up there with the 2021 Divisional Round as like best weekends of playoff football in a long time. But unfortunately, the last two games happened and kind of dampened it. But those first four were magnificent. First four were eating good, which, to be fair, I mean, going 6 for 6 is harder than going 4 for 4, which the Divisional Round only has 4 games to account for. So going four for your first four is pretty good. And if the last two fall off a little bit, that's not the end of the world.
It's not like they were blowouts; they were just not entertaining.
True, that's true. Yeah, LA, New England. I mean, even that one wasn't. I mean, even obviously you look in the final score of Houston, Pittsburgh, and it looks like it was a blowout, but really that was just Houston finally getting a little bit of a lead and then just slamming the door on Pittsburgh. Kind of the same thing in New England, LA, honestly, just to a lesser degree. Yeah, in these last two games, losing team didn't even score a touchdown. So there's that. 3 field goals combined between the Chargers and the Steelers. Nice. Very nice. We'll get in all those games. Got a lot to break down here for sure. And then we will get into the picks for the Divisional Round, which will feature the Drew Lock-led Seattle Seahawks.
Oh,
it's a rough headline to read on a Thursday, one way or the other.
No, he's playing.
I know, but you see that and it's like, oh, okay, that's not good.
They just tweaked an oblique. That's all.
Yeah. There you go. Get surgery on it in the offseason. You'll be fine.
Is there any designation higher than questionable?
No, there used to be probable.
That's what I remember. Yeah, that's probably why he's listed as questionable, because they have to report it.
Yep. Yeah, they do have to report something. So there you go. However, it was something to it was something to spice up the Thursday.
It was.
Line. It's like, oh crap, Drew Lock, it's your time to shine, pal. I saw some Seahawks fans like Drew Lock in 3 weeks. It's Nick Foles holding a Super Bowl trophy. Hell yeah. Hey, you know what Drew Lock and Nick Foles have in common?
What?
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that because I think you realize what I'm talking about. They're both backup quarterbacks. That for bird teams. That's what I was talking about. Nothing else. Of course. Definitely nothing to do with large. And I'll stop right there.
PG. Anyway, we're keeping it PG.
Keeping it PG. Yeah, we'll stop right there. But yeah, what a weekend of playoff football, man. We got the whole slate here. Not as many games to break down as we usually have, so we'll see. This might end up being a little bit shorter episode than normal. Or we'll get sidetracked and find a way to fill the time because we usually do. So no promises. No promises. Shall we get right into it with LA, Carolina, or is there any news that we want to break down from the past 24 hours? I guess. Wait, hold on. I do want
any that won't factor in the preview.
What's up?
I can't think of any that won't factor into previews.
Right. My favorite headline of the day was from Pittsburgh. Obviously, there's the report that came out from The Athletic that was like inside the Steelers locker room as Mike Tomlin announced he was stepping down. Did you read this?
I did not.
I won't do the whole thing, but just the tweet. He told his team.
Oh, you're back. You're back.
Okay, here we go. So the tweet it was attached to, quote from the article. Mike Tomlin told his team, I think it's best for the organization for me to step down. Aaron Rodgers, sobbing, said, I'm sorry, while TJ Watt had tears welling down his eyes and kept repeating, no, 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 as Tomlin told the team. So that's real. Like, that's not like a joke article. That's not The Onion. This is real Pittsburgh reporting. That's what the locker room was like. Of course, this found its way to r/Bengals, where someone posted, heard a similar thing happen in this Bengals locker room this past week. Zach Taylor told his team, I think it's best for the organization for me to stay here. Joe Burrow, sobbing, said, I'm sorry. While Jamar Chase had tears welling down his eyes and kept repeating, no, 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 as Taylor told the team. It's a great moment. Also, let's see. I gotta pull up the BetMGM graphic here because this also made me laugh. Actually before I pull up this BetMGM graphic here, is John Harbaugh already the best coach in the NFC East?
Don't disrespect my boy Shoddy. Two of them are former Pete Carroll assistants. One of them is an Italian idiot.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, yes.
I would agree with that. I was thinking about that today, and I was like, dang. But the reason I bring that up is because this graphic popped up on my feed earlier. This is great stuff right here. The only coach left in the AFC North.
Our boy, Zach Taylor.
But look at the graphic. I don't know who it is, but it's not Zach. That's rough. That's rough, man. Don't know who it is, but it's not Zach Taylor. Hey, valid. I don't know. I guess while we're looking at this, let's see. Do I agree with this? Dolphins don't have a coach right now. It's Iron Glenn, and I'd take Vrabel over McDermott. So I think they got the AFC East right. AFC South. Steichen, Ryans, Cohen, and NA for the Titans. That's like low-key actually a stacked coach division between those three. I don't know. I know you're a big Liam Cohen head, so you'd probably agree with BetMGM here.
I think I do. I am a big Liam Cohen head. Duval.
AFC West, I'm trying to think. Harbaugh, Peyton, Reed, NA for the Raiders.
You gotta give it to Reed right now.
Yeah, it's still Reed. Giants we already talked about. NFC North, let's see. LaFleur, Campbell, Johnson. Ooh, Campbell versus Johnson is spicy. And O'Connell's in there too, honestly. I mean, NFC North stacked, man. If we're looking at it, it's like, oh, Matt LaFleur's definitely the worst one. Like, that's kind of a stacked coaching division if Matt LaFleur's like the bottom of the barrel there. NFC South. NA for the Falcons. Are we giving it to Moore over Canales?
I would go Canales. He made the playoffs.
I would lean Canales there. Like, yeah, I think Moore's doing good things in New Orleans. Don't get me wrong, but That's interesting. That's just interesting. That one's interesting to me. The NFC West is stacked. I don't know. I don't think you could go wrong with any of the three. I guess you give it to the guy who's got a Super Bowl, and that's McVay. Like, if that's your reasoning, like, I'm not going to be mad at you for that.
Yeah.
But
The coach, yeah.
It's just a stacked division from a coaching standpoint.
It is. I can't really protest it too much.
Yeah.
Not right now, at least. No. It's only year 2 for McDonald, and I'd say McVay is better than Shanahan.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me in a couple years, and then we'll have a conversation. Right.
I will say that what Shanahan's been able to do this year, considering like that team is like,
it's pretty impressive.
Dead men walking is pretty crazy. Gotta give him credit.
I've gained some more respect for him this year for sure. So I've been a hater, but still, I do think McVay is a better coach, though. If you had to pick,
I still agree.
Yeah.
When we get to the
if I had to pick between the two, I'd take McVay.
Yeah, I would too for sure. When we get to the all division teams, which I know we did this a few years ago, and obviously the teams have changed a lot since then. Like this was back when Tank Dell was one of our. Why did we pick Tank? This was after Nico Collins' breakout year too. Why did we pick Tank Dell over Nico Collins? This was like summer 2024. This wasn't that long ago. That was an interesting choice. I don't know why we did that, but anyways, we'll have to redo this this during the summer. That's some summer content right there. Once all the roster turnover and draft and all that fun stuff's happened, but man, remember when there were not a lot of Seahawks on this list? It was, let's see, Cross, Williams, Witherspoon, and Reek. You're probably taking Reek off now.
I don't know. He actually just had a pretty good year after
the start.
After the first 2 or 3 games, he's actually had a really good year. And there's not very good corners in the rest of the NFC West. Like that's
Ryan Grubb being the OC of the team.
Ooh.
That one didn't look pretty. Hey, Chris Shula's a good pick though. We had a good pull on Chris Shula.
Yeah.
We'll have to go back and look at that.
Can you go back down a little bit? I think you got to add Gray Zabel. I think you had JSN.
Oh, you absolutely had JSN, and
I think you had Gray Zabel.
I don't know. I'd have to look at the other 3 teams. I honestly don't know what their
Gray Zabel's
situation looks like. You definitely had JSN. Absolutely. You had Byron Murphy.
Yeah, I think you'd add him. I think
obviously
you'd add.
Greenlaw's not there, so you.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can add even more yet, but he's close.
Add who?
Even Warren.
Yeah. Well, Hufanga's not there anymore, so.
Yeah, but
neither is Ward.
Rams have some pretty good safeties. Still got the.
That's true.
And he's still young, right?
Right.
But other than that, it's still pretty close. Close. Seahawks definitely have more blue chippers now, though. That's for sure. That was a big issue. We just didn't have blue chippers.
Yeah, this will be fun to
reevaluate. Yeah,
reevaluate in the summer. Hey, we nailed Clint. This was before his breakout year in New Orleans too. We nailed that one.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. I'm just more looking at the coaching names now, seeing what we got right and what we got wrong. Honestly, yeah, we had Dable as the best coach in the NFC East. I mean, that's rough, but hey, we nailed the OC and the DC. And the G. Obviously, we nailed the GM. Come on, that's the easiest call in the world right there.
Yeah. Who do we put for NFC West GM? Do we put
John Lynch.
Well, time to change that one.
Let's see. AFC side.
Riley Dixon.
Man, the AFC West is just rough for OCs. If we had Nagy in there.
Can we check the AFC North?
Yeah, we can. I was looking at it the other day.
John Harbaugh. Todd Monken. Jim Schwartz, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think we got these three. I mean, I remember this was like a debate. I can't remember who. I remember I had Tomlin. I think one of you and Daniel had Stefanski, and the other had Harbaugh. And I can't remember who had who. No one had Zach Taylor, shockingly. I know. Looking back, Dan Pitcher should have been the OC.
Honestly,
got the DC right.
Yeah.
And we
honestly, I'd agree with Dan Pitcher. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Justin Madubuike. Justin Madubuike.
Oh yeah, it was still he hadn't changed his name yet at that point, or changed his name. I guess he just went.
Nambi's a good name.
It is.
You see, Russ Wilson's getting Beninian citizenship.
I did not see that.
Yeah, he's going to get citizenship from Benin, is what he was saying. Benin. I don't know what's called. African country.
Yeah, it's funny that
good on him.
Mark Andrews was our tight end, and he's not even the best tight end on the Ravens. But they extended him instead of Likely. So
Nick Chubb, rip.
Yep, I saw a funny tweet that was like Harbaugh knew he was leaving the Ravens, so he tricked them into extending him instead of Likely, so he could take Likely with him to whatever team he signs with.
See, Kyle Hamilton's going to hit free agency and come to Seattle. Imagine that. Imagine Kyle Hamilton and Nick Murray on the field at the same time. Oh,
I know. Hey, but Linderbaum didn't.
Please, I think we're going to stick with Sendell.
Yeah.
And honestly, you know who hasn't been bad lately?
Who's that? Anthony Bradford?
He hasn't been bad, but I can see them wanting to stick with continuity, but I'd like to bring in someone to compete with them. Because, I'd say Anthony Bradford has really high highs and absolutely awful lows.
That's fair.
Because sometimes his brain just freaking turns off, feels like.
It's funny that we didn't re-explore this last offseason, so this is like a time capsule right here. I'm looking.
It is. That's a good word for it.
These guys. Like Rob Saleh is still the DC or still the head coach here for the AFC East or for the Jets in the AFC East. Had some good polls on some of the coaching names, though. Honestly, at least for the coordinators. Alex Van Pelt. Why did we not go Brady? Nathaniel Hackett. Jeff Ulbrich was that was a good call. That was a good call on the DC there. Bobby Slovic. Remember the summer of Bobby Slovic? Everyone thought he was like a mastermind. That didn't last. Where is Bobby Slovic now? What's he up to? He is the most recently, not even currently, most recently was the senior passing game coordinator for the Miami Dolphins. We'll see if he keeps that job. Man, imagine going from like this young, up and coming like OC who is gonna
Michigan Tech's finest.
Michigan Tech's finest. That right? He was gonna be a hot coaching candidate and gets fired after a year, literally less than a year after that. Gus Bradley. Oof. Well, this is a rough crop of DC. Although Matt Burke he's getting head coach interviews at least. I don't know if he'll get a spot, but getting interviews. Let's see. Anything else here? I'm more looking at the coaching names because that's what really intrigues me right now. Yeah, not much else there. But there you go. There's a little time capsule to what we thought of what all these players year and a half ago. Well, this be fun. It's more fun off-season content. We'll redo all these lists right here and have fun with it there. But that's summer content right there, because summer is when we need to fill that content space, that content window, the void, the content void. So come back in like mid-June for updated all division teams. Is it time?
Should we get into the recaps? Let's do it.
I think it's time. Alrighty. LA, Carolina. Whew. LA almost blew it. They were in control of this game in the first half. From a game standpoint. From a final score standpoint, it wasn't like a blowout, but like they were just dominating. But they just weren't able to pull ahead, and then Carolina kind of eked their way back into it, and look at that win probability there at the end. What was the highest win probability for Carolina? Let's see. Oh, it doesn't show. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, here we go. So at the 2-minute warning, Carolina had a 62.2% chance of winning.
They choked this one so bad, man. That defense was just atrocious.
Yeah. To be fair, both were. It wasn't like it was just Carolina.
Their curl flat defender was just it just didn't exist.
Yeah.
But like,
look at the spectrum of win probability here. Like like if you're reading that as like the heart rate monitor.
I like your singing there.
I know. Steady. Uh-oh, hard sack. Oh, okay, we're recovering. And, oh, no, patient's dead. Oh, wait, no.
Mike Jackson dropping that pick, too.
Yep. It's brutal. They had an opportunity to win this one for sure. They just couldn't handle business. It would have been crazy if the Panthers beat the Rams twice in 1 year, though. The funny thing about Carolina is, like, I don't know. I want to sit here and say, you know what? They're building something positive for the future. And I'm not saying they're not. But, like, I'm not intimidated by them. I'm not like the Texans were a couple years ago, where it's like, ooh, this is kind of a up-and-coming young team. I don't want to see them on my schedule in 2026. With the Panthers, like, okay, cool. You almost beat the Rams in the playoffs. Is this going to be the peak of this iteration of the Carolina Panthers? Honestly, it might be. Which would be a bummer because I really like Bryce Young. Really like a lot of the players on this team. But yeah, I don't know. The Panthers just seem to have the Rams number, but I still don't think they're a good football team.
I mean, I just remember how bad Bryce Young was against the Seahawks, you know?
Right.
They have fun pieces, though, but their running game really fell off a cliff towards the end of the season. Chuba Hubbard and...
What's going on? Did Rico Dowdle even play in this one? I think he got carried, didn't he? No. Oh, yeah, he got 5 carries for 9 yards.
So, yeah, he hardly played. He didn't really play. 9 more yards than I got.
Rico Dowdle was getting like 200 yards a game in like week 6 and 7.
Their running game just fell off a cliff.
Yeah.
And, I mean, they got pieces, you know. Coker and McMillan had solid seasons down the stretch, but honestly, it wasn't the offense's fault this game. It was absolutely the defense's, especially down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
from the Seahawks
Absolutely.
video, like recap, Mike Jackson was cussing at McDonald on the sideline.
Oh, was he? Dang. No love lost there.
Nope. And it's like, shouldn't you be happy we cut you? Because he wouldn't be playing here.
Yeah, right, exactly. Ooh. Daniel Jeremiah at 10:59 p.m. is tweeting about Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, safety from Toledo. Hell yeah. This is
Nice.
draft season, baby. We made it. Yeah, no, honestly, great. Great. Well, for the Seahawks, Mike Jackson will only be known as that one cornerback in the 2019 draft with the same name as the most popular singer of all time. But anyways, for the Rams' perspective, I don't know. The offense did what they need to do. The defense is concerning, but also to a certain degree, it just feels like, I don't know, Canales just, I don't know, Sean McVay sees Dave Canales on the other sideline. He starts pissing down his leg a little bit, I guess. It'd be funny if that's Sean McVay's kryptonite is Dave Canales and Bryce Young. Yeah, just insane. Hey, look at former Bengal Nick Scott leading the Panthers in tackles.
Ooh.
Nick Scott actually had a nice year in Carolina. I think that's the worst part. Oh, and Sheldon Rankins had a very nice year in Houston, capped by. We'll talk about the Pittsburgh game in a bit, but my goodness. Talking about guys that came to Cincinnati, were horrible, got cut, and immediately went on to be pretty good on different teams. Yay. Love that. Love that for us. Oh, man. Anything else from this game?
No.
Alrighty. Hope Green Bay, Chicago here then. The nice thing about us less games, I can just pull up the full recap here. Green Bay, Chicago. My goodness, what a game. If that's not the face, of this game right there. Matt LaFleur looking flustered. That's the face of this game right there. Look at the win probability chart.
Brutal, man. Just absolutely brutal. Dude, Caleb Williams goes from throwing some awful picks early to in like a bad fourth down and to go choice on like their own 30 to that clutch threat of Rome on fourth down. Yep. What a roller coaster game for him.
Oh, yeah, that rolling to his left, like kind of off his back foot, like that was an insane throw. Yeah, this team is just the freaking cardiac kids, man. Chicago Bears just refuse to die. Wait, 50% duality. The perfect duality. 24-48. Exactly 50% passing. 2 touchdowns to go with 2 picks. Caleb Williams, you had the perfect split decision game right there. Just an absolutely insane game. I'll look at the scoring summary here. Honestly, the funny thing is, even in the fourth quarter, it's not like Chicago's defense was really getting stops. Like, when Green Bay, because obviously Chicago's starting to come back, I started to think they had a chance. When Golden got that touchdown, though, I was like, okay, never mind, this thing's over. But nope, Brandon McManus had to miss a field goal. And the rest, as they say, was history. Just an absolutely absurd game. Jordan Love is still Jordan Love. I'm sorry, Green Bay. Nothing that guy does impresses me. He had a good game against Detroit on Thanksgiving. I'll give you credit for that. He looked good in that game.
He's no Favre Rodgers, that's for sure.
He's no Favre Rodgers.
He's not going to be the guy to win it for you.
No. He's fine. He's good. He'll probably make some Pro Bowls in his career. But, yeah. When the standard is Favre and Rodgers, it's like, Jordan Love's also there. Josh Jacobs kind of doing a disappearing act this year after he had an awesome first year in Green Bay. Yeah, just really, I mean, for the Packers, man, this is just an embarrassing loss. Like, sounds like LaFleur's probably safe. Didn't sound like he's going to get canned. I mean, it's Thursday of the week after the game. If he was going to get canned, he would have got canned. But this is rough, man. To the Bears, too, of all teams. Like, if you lose this game to the Buccaneers, like, yeah, it hurts. But, oh well, it happens, You lose, it's a brutal playoff loss. But to lose it to the Bears, that's like crippling right there. That's how you get this face right here. That's how you get Matt LaFleur looking like he like he's just I don't even know why I compare this face to. Just not having a good time. Just a roller coaster of a game. Ooh, that win probability metric, man. That's fun right there. I can't wait to see the Buffalo-Chicago win, or not Buffalo-Jacksonville win probability in the fourth quarter. I bet that thing was all over the place. All right, anything else on this one?
No. Matt LaFleur's lucky he got fired. Lucky he didn't get fired.
Lucky he didn't get fired. I was like, wait, did I miss something? Also, why is he lucky he got fired? Here it is. It didn't end up being quite as fun as I thought it would be. It's not bad, but I thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd be more fun. Very back and forth, though. I'd say this was the most back and forth game of the weekend. Neither team really dominated. Both teams look like they belong. San Francisco Philly was also pretty back and forth, actually. This was just a fantastic game, too. Just two quarterbacks really just... I would say at the top of their game, obviously, Lawrence had a couple interceptions, including the one to lose it, but he also had some awesome throws in this one, too. Yeah, Jacksonville won the yardage battle, lost the turnover battle. Look at that, first down's 20-20. Perfectly balanced. The 10 yards.
This is such a fun one, though. That was awesome. That was some power.
Yep.
Part of me was like, maybe you shouldn't score, but worked out.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. In the moment, I was like, oh, they left too much time. But yeah, when Lawrence is going to throw a pick on the first play of the next drive, all of a sudden you're like, okay, never mind. Yeah, he might as well just scored right there. That works. But yeah, when they scored with only a minute left, with a minute left, I was like, oh, that's too much time. They're going to go down. They're at least going to get a field goal, and this thing's going to OT. Because Lawrence was just absolutely dominating them the drives right before this. Like, look at that. Like, in the fourth quarter, touchdown Jacksonville, touchdown Buffalo, touchdown Jacksonville, touchdown Buffalo. Might as well make it 5 for 5 on touchdown drives in the fourth quarter, but nope. Lawrence decided this thing was over. I need to throw an interception. But it's just awesome game. Like, I'd say this was where I was like, oh man, we're watching a historic football weekend right here. This is everything you could have hoped for. And I would say this. I'd say this and the Chicago game were the peak of it. Like, this is where it was like, oh, all right, this is fun. We got something cooking here. And then not to say San Francisco Philly was bad because it wasn't absolutely, but then it sort of started getting into the epilogue. I'd say these game 2 and game 3 were where it was like, oh man, all right, we're cooking with gas here. This win probability chart though in the fourth quarter. Look at that.
Man. And then that Trey White pick to end it. Just a stinker to just toss that one.
Yep. And the lose it on that's tough.
It was. It was just a wet fart in the air.
Right.
I'm surprised Campanelli hasn't gotten interviews.
I think he did. Didn't he get? I thought he got at least one, or at least a request.
Not as many.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. It's crazy. They lose this game by 3 points, and the only reason they couldn't get those 3 points, but missed the field goal. They at the end of the half, in the first half, the refs screwing up and thinking there was still a second left on the the game clock, when there wasn't. Definitely did not get the snap off in time, but then missed the field goal anyways. True ball don't lie moment right there. But just a crazy game, just an absolutely crazy game. For Jacksonville, unlike with Carolina, I do think this shouldn't be a discouraging loss in any way. Like this seems like it's going to be the start of something really, really promising for the Jaguars.
I think they're going to be a team to take seriously from now on. It's like the opposite of how I feel about the Panthers. Yeah. I think they got a really good core going forward. Yep.
All right. Where we move to San Fran.
Let's do it.
The end of the Nick Sirianni, Kevin Patullo era. Kevin Patullo finally got fired.
They cannot hire another Italian.
Cannot. Hey, except when Vic Fangio's worked out for him.
Offensive Italian, though. It's funny, his OCs have either been really good or really bad.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Jalen Hurts is the OC. The only OC he's ever had for multiple years was Shane Steichen. And he only had him for 2. It's not like he was there for a while.
Steichen and Moore, really good.
Steichen and Moore.
Johnson and Patullo, really bad.
Yep. Both of them were one and done, too. It's like, that's the funny thing about this. See, this Eagles era right now is it's like, oh, they'll find a great coordinator. They'll get hired immediately. Oh, they'll replace him. Oh, the replacement sucks. Let's can them. They'll probably go and hire like Mike McDaniel or somebody who's going to come in, be really good, and he'll be a head coach again somewhere next year. And then they're going to hire someone really bad, and the cycle's going to repeat itself. However, the years they've had good offense coordinators, they've gone to the Super Bowl. So that means I guess the Eagles are in line to go to the Super Bowl next year if the trend continues. So congrats to Philadelphia on 2027 or 2026 NFC champions, at least. Good job, guys. But yeah, I mean, Patullo's a joke, but also like, man, this is rough. If this is last game, the AJ Brown era in Philly, what a dud to go out on.
Oh yeah, I mean, just what a circus it was with him and Sirianni. Yeah. Just oh god, like Nick Sirianni just pisses me off. A head coach should not be acting like a fool like he has been.
Yeah. Big Dom having to separate AJ Brown and Nick Sirianni.
Oh my god, what a mess.
Just a joke. I'm honestly surprised Sirianni. Like, I guess I'm not surprised Sirianni still has a job, but like he shouldn't.
No, he shouldn't.
Yeah, just a mess. Just everything in Philadelphia this year was a mess. Which is funny because this is like a trend now. 2022, great year. They go to the Super Bowl. Look like they're set up for long-term success. 2023, They make the playoffs, but let's be real, they kind of suck.
Yeah.
2024. Everything turns back around. They get Saquon. The offense gets reinvigorated. They're the best team in football. They win the Super Bowl. Fantastic. Awesome. That's great news. 2025. It's 2023 again. All over again. They make the playoffs, but let's be real, they kind of suck, and they're one and done. It's like, I guess, even number of years in the Nick Sirianni era are going to be like the ones to, and to be fair, he's 5 for 5 on making the playoffs. Nick Sirianni's never missed the playoffs as head coach of the Eagles. So you got to give him some credit for that. But also, 3 years one and done, 2 years when they win the Super Bowl. And they alternate. Either lose in the wild card round or you go to the Super Bowl. Like, what's it going to take for you to go to the Super Bowl in an odd number year, Nick? Come on, man. It's okay. Odd numbers can't hurt you. They're just numbers. This is ridiculous.
It's like the San Francisco Giants when
they were. It is like the early 2010 San Francisco Giants. I was thinking that too. You either win the World Series or you miss the playoffs. You get one way or the other. And the modern San Francisco Giants just always miss the playoffs. So, at least they've committed to it now. Speaking of San Francisco, though, good segue there. They will not die, although now they don't have George Kittle. So, maybe it's the death now. Maybe they finally found a loss they can't overcome.
George Kittle's going to be, what? He was drinking tequila in the locker room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Drank a whole bottle of tequila in the locker room. Which, tequila's nasty, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a choice.
That was a choice. Like, if it was like whiskey or something, okay. But a whole bottle of tequila, really? That's rough, man. That's rough. But hey, man, if that's what makes him happy, Anyways,
that sack to end it too. That was brutal.
Yeah,
barely got him.
Yep.
That offense just didn't make sense, man.
No, it really didn't. And I mean, I don't know with Hurts, man. Like, obviously he's the Eagles' long-term quarterback. They've paid him. He's won him a Super Bowl. He's a Super Bowl MVP. So this isn't me saying the Eagles should move on from Jalen Hurts by any means. But it is like, I don't know. I don't know. He just has these stretches where he looks like he can't throw a football.
No, I know. It's just, I don't get it. Who is this guy?
And maybe it's just the OC's fault, because it's like he had that in 2023 with Brian Johnson too. So it's like maybe it's just an OC.
That is true.
Like, he wasn't like amazing in 2024 passing until like when the playoffs came around. All of a sudden, like in the Super Bowl, he was lights out. All of a sudden, like I don't know where that guy came from or where that guy has gone since, but it's just crazy, man. It's genuinely like, I don't know. I don't know with Hurts, man. I imagine Hurts on a roster that wasn't stacked. Would he even be a starter?
I mean, it hurts him that the O-line got worse too.
The offensive line did get a lot worse too. They went from the best offensive line in football by a pretty wide margin to pretty below average. Juergens took a huge step back. Obviously lost Becton. Steen didn't do great as a replacement for him. So it's weird. I don't know. But I don't know. You can kind of chalk it up to the Eagles, just their odd number. Like I said, the odd number year curse. They just can't make it work in odd number years. For the Niners, I mean, obviously, you gotta give credit where credit's due. You know, they just keep surviving.
They're playing hard.
Them. You can knock them down, but you can't kill them. Now the Seahawks will have a chance to finally kill them this weekend. So, got to make it happen. Got to make it happen. Anything else on this one before we kind of move to the less interesting games?
Let's do it. The lame ones.
The lame ones. LA, New England. I guess there is something interesting about this game. It's the narrative that Justin Herbert is now Andy Dalton, according to NFL Twitter, which I love, obviously. Herbert was bad in this game. Like, I know his offensive line in the fourth quarter was basically trying to get him killed, but he was just bad in this game.
His line was just it was so bad. It was just they were getting killed.
Yeah. I mean, but this is now like in his 3 playoff games, he's played good football for one half. And that's the first half of the Jacksonville game all the way back in 2022. He played awful against the Texans last year, and he played awful in this game. Justin Herbert is the 2020s Andy Dalton, only he makes the playoffs less consistently. Prove me wrong. I guess Andy Dalton only ever played 4 career playoff games. Justin Herbert's already at 3. However, Andy Dalton went 4 for 4 on his first 4 seasons. Justin Herbert's 3 for 6, which is still more often than Joe Burrow, to be fair. But Burrow was hurt for 2 of those years. Well, 3 of those years, but he didn't. He came back in the 3rd one, so we'll give him credit there. Anyways, Herbert was horrible in this game. The offensive line was even worse. My good, you know how bad you have to be for me to start feeling sorry for an Oregon Duck?
How?
You have to let him get sacked so many times that I'm like, I was starting to feel bad for him. I was like, holy crap, that guy might get killed. I might be watching this. I might be watching a execution on live television right now.
It felt like the kind of game where the O-line doesn't like the quarterback.
It genuinely did. It wasn't like they were going and picking him up either. I honestly was like, do they like this guy? They were letting guys walk right past, and then they weren't picking him up afterwards. Just really, really bad. Really, really bad offensive protection. How many sacks did New England finish with? Does it say here?
I think it was 9. It was a lot.
It was a lot. Hold on, I need to look up team stats. Not recap.
Team stats is on the right.
Yeah, but it didn't list sacks anywhere, did it? Oh, here we go. Only 6. Okay. You just have to look at the other side. 6. And New England gave up 5 sacks themselves, I guess.
Yeah,
so
their O-line wasn't great either.
Line wasn't good either. But honestly, neither offense was great in this one. Just New England had enough in the end, and LA was dead in the water. Feels like most of LA's sacks came in the fourth quarter when they were trying to pull off a comeback. It felt like the fourth quarter, it was like Justin Herbert was dropped back to pass, and he's down. If I'm New England, I will say I don't come out of this game overly enthused. You won, obviously, and that's important, and that's great. Like, you're never gonna feel sorry for winning a playoff game. But I thought they had some positive momentum coming out of the regular season, and they play Houston next week, and I'm like, that might not be setting up so great for you guys.
It isn't.
That'll be
It screams to me of a young playoff team, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, win probability. That second half was just...
It was a slog.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
It was a death march. That's the right word for it.
There was a brief period here where LA was favored to win. And then a little flash here. Maybe a little bit here. There you go. The last point in the game where LA had a higher win probability was when it was 3-3 in the second quarter, with 1:11 left in the second quarter. Herbert completed a 7-yard pass to Keenan Allen, and then it just went downhill from there. Hell yeah, that 7-yard pass put him back in it. And then they ended up actually trailing at halftime when it was all said and done. So, plenty of that works. Yeah, like you said, this game was a slog, but hey, New England's back. They're winning ugly playoff games, just like the old New England used to. All right. Is it time for the last game?
Let's do it. You got to take the floor in this one.
Oh, man. Oh, this was beautiful. Oh, it truly was. Everything about the Pittsburgh Steelers was epitomized. The playoff Pittsburgh Steelers, I will say, was epitomized in this game. I'd even say the past couple of years of the regular season Pittsburgh Steelers. There was and I know I'm on the record. There was a very good reason. Other than that, I didn't want the Ravens to win 3 straight AFC North titles. That I wanted the Steelers to make the playoffs and to win the division, and that's because I knew this is exactly what would happen. Like, yeah, they got out to an early lead. They're up 3-0 early. That was the peak of the Steelers' playoff run in 2025. They were awful in this game offensively. Defensively, they kind of held their own. I'll give them credit for as somewhat rough of a year as Pittsburgh had defensively. They did hold their own. Stroud didn't look great in this one. He had quite a bunch of fumbles that Pittsburgh were just happening to fall on nonstop. Like, they did a great job creating turnovers.
I know the ball came out so much.
They were creating turnovers to their credit, and it was working for them. That was about the only positive that came out of this game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Rodgers was bad. If this is Rodgers' swan song, that was not the way you want to go out. That was rough, man. And I think it will be. Yeah, I ultimately think this will be the last game of Aaron Rodgers' career. And the reason I say that, the only reason he came to Pittsburgh was for Mike Tomlin, and we'll talk about that in a second. Is another team going to want him? Like, is Minnesota going to want him? I guess maybe, but, like, I don't know. If I'm Minnesota, I'm not going after him. Pittsburgh's not going to want him back, and he's not going to want to go back to Pittsburgh with Tomlin gone. Pittsburgh just needs to rebuild at this point, man. Like, you moved on from Tomlin. Like, this is your chance. Wipe your hands clean. Blow it up. Get your quarterback to the future. Rebuild. But I honestly don't think that's what they're going to do. I think their next head coaching hire is going to try to be, I think it's going to be a win now move, and they're going to try to make it work, and they'll probably, they might be in the Kyler Murray sweepstakes in a couple months, because they're going to try to get a quarterback they think they can win now with, and they're going to repeat this cycle. And to be fair, I don't think they're going to get a quarterback in this class that they're going to be able to win with long term. But just roll with Mason Rudolph for a year. Just blow it up. Suck. Who cares? Get a quarterback next year. I know we talk about, like, oh, next year's quarterback class isn't that great either. And it's not, but
it's not like you're going to...
this class is Ty Simpson.
Yeah, it's not like you don't have to pick right now you don't have the draft position to get a quarterback worth taking right now, though.
Yeah.
Unless
and there's only one quarterback worth taking in this class. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
And he's going number 1. You're picking at 21. It's not happening. Yeah, Pittsburgh's just gotta blow it up, honestly. Like, Hayward's probably retiring soon.
TJ Watt, who knows what his future is.
Yeah, he might be a trade candidate this year, or he might be a retirement candidate, considering all the crap he had to deal with at the end of the season with the lung puncture and all that. Like,
Yeah.
that's scary. Rodgers probably not going to be around next year. Arthur Smith might be a head coach somewhere, which would be hilarious. But and not that that really moves the needle for you, but it's just it.
Losing continuity is always hard.
Yeah. And it's not like the continuity they did have in place was great either. I mean, it's like, oh, yay, 1 and done in the playoffs for the 8th straight year, or 7th straight year, whatever it is. I can't forget to mention Mike Tomlin tying Marvin Lewis's record for most straight playoff losses. That's beautiful. Welcome to hell, Pittsburgh. We've been keeping it warm for you. Kind of ironic that Marvin Lewis's last loss of that stretch was against the Steelers and Mike Tomlin.
That's right.
The only thing that would make it even better is
game.
if that was also the last win of the Pittsburgh stretch, but unfortunately, they did win 2 games the next postseason. The first loss of the stretch was the Jacksonville game, 2017 divisional round, and then let's see. Can I rattle these all off the top of my head? So there's 2017 was Jacksonville. They missed the playoffs in 18 and 19. 20 to Cleveland, 21 to KC. 22 they missed the playoffs. 23 to Buffalo. 24 to Baltimore, 25 this year. And then they lost the AFC Championship to New England the year before the Jacksonville game. So, yep, there's 7. So, I guess to Mike Tomlin's credit, unlike Marvin Lewis, he does have a playoff win. In fact, he's got multiple, including a Super Bowl. But he is still now an illustrious tied record holder for the most straight playoff losses at 7. Sounds like he's going to take a year off from coaching too, is what all the reports are saying. So he won't
go to TV. He'd be great in TV.
It sounds like he's going to be in TV next year, and then maybe he'll take calls on coaching next year after he's gotten refreshed a little bit. But
you say it more than anyone. You think he's a fantastic coach.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I think he really is. I honestly,
I agree.
I was glad when he decided to step away because he's such a good coach, man. Pittsburgh's roster is not well built. I'm sorry. I say that as a Bengals fan.
Old.
It is very old. The Bengals roster isn't well built either, so this isn't me trying to stun on them and laugh at them from afar. Genuinely, it's just not a well built.
I'd rather have the Bengals roster than the Steelers roster right now, personally.
There's at least explosiveness in a quarterback with the Bengals roster.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say that about the Steelers.
The thing about Tomlin, right? He's not an incredible scheme guy or anything, but he has the right things that make an excellent coach, And the Steelers saw it in 2007? 2008? They saw it. And they were like, this guy's really good. And they were right. And they're probably... See, who's in charge of this one? Is the older Rooney or the younger Rooney in charge now?
Whoever, Art Rooney the second. I think that's I assume the younger.
Did Art Rooney the first hire Tomlin?
I want to say he did, yeah.
Art Rooney the first had an incredible eye for coaching talent and just let them coach. Who knows if Junior has that, right? But
we'll see.
Genuinely, Shula is basically the next Mike Tomlin.
Right.
Young, up-and-coming coaching talent you find early, in my opinion. That's, genuinely, I'm not saying that because I want Shula out of the division or anything. I think it would be really cool to see.
I think he'd be a good hire there.
A prestige program hiring a prestige name. and giving him time. I think that would be very easy. And would bring you some better scheme that Pittsburgh needs. They're a little outdated. They're running into. I think they've ran into the same problem the Ravens had before they brought in McDonald.
Mm-hmm.
Of you had the same system for a long time, kind of a fusion of Blitzburg Fire Zone plus the Tampa 2 from what's his name, Monty, because because Tomlin was an assistant there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fine system, but it's gotten a little outdated, right? You need some new ideas, and I think Tomlin was a little too stubborn for that.
Mm-hmm.
But respect to one of the all-time great coaches. He's a good guy, good coach. Can't wait to hear him on TV. I think he'll be so good on TV. It'll feel weird not seeing Tomlin as a Steeler.
Mm-hmm.
Like how it felt for me seeing Mike McDonald on the field for the first time. No Pete Carroll.
Right. And then, that's the funny thing too, is a lot of Bengals. Well, and my stance on this, and when I say a lot of Bengals fans, I'm not disagreeing. I'm reiterating this. You are the only team in the division who will not have a rookie head coach next year, unless a team, obviously, like Baltimore, they could hire a retread, so it wouldn't be a rookie, but a first-year coach,
first-year head coach in a new program.
Yeah. I swear to God, if you don't win the division next year, you have the best quarterback in the division. You've got the best offensive player in the position or in the division, and you're the only team that's retaining the coaching staff because you said that continuity will help you compete for a championship. If you do not win the AFC North in 2026, I would say heads should roll, but they should have rolled this year, so I don't even know what to say anymore. That's why this team frustrates me so much. Again, this should set up very well for you in 2026. We'll see. You could be going up against, and that's the thing, like, the 3 head coaches in the division, they all were running laps around Taylor. There's a chance that Jesse Minter's not ready for prime time if Baltimore hires him. There's a chance Shula's not ready for prime time if Pittsburgh hires him. There's a chance there's a very good chance whoever the Browns hire will be very good.
And Dirty. Imagine if you have Minter and Dirty in the division. It's like, the division is going all in on that system.
Yeah. Which is a system that Burrow struggled with earlier in his career, and yeah, he's started to figure it out. Like,
everyone did.
Yeah, well, Zach Orr in Baltimore is running that system, and but every time Burrow sees Zach Orr on the schedule, he starts licking his chops. Although I guess he did shut him out. The only shutout of his career was against Zach Orr. So, although that was a game no one gave a crap about, you can see it. We haven't even talked about the Houston perspective on this one, just because the Pittsburgh perspective is the more fun one. Also, before I talk Houston, Mike Tomlin, now the only coach in NFL history to lose 5 straight playoff games by double digits.
Ooh.
That's not great.
Yeah, it had run its course there.
Yeah. At least Marvin Lewis's losses were close. For Houston, I think you come out of this game offensively, you're a little skeptical, but you did have to go into Pittsburgh, which is a tough environment to play in under any circumstance. Against a defense that's been playing better. They didn't play good against Baltimore, but the weeks prior to that, they'd been playing a lot better than they had earlier in the year. You had some very rough fumble luck, and you still managed to win by 24 points, in large part because of 2 defensive touchdowns, but that's neither here nor there.
A touchdown nonetheless.
It's a touchdown nonetheless, that's right. Sheldon Rankins. Why could you have never done that when you remember the Bengals? Yeah. Defensively, Houston's playing about as good as any defense in the league right now. I think they're scary just because of what that defense can do. But offense, I don't know, man. Stroud, I still got questions. I still have not seen rookie Stroud. I still haven't seen rookie Stroud. I need that. I need rookie Stroud to show up, man. Go into New England, shock the world. Give us rookie Stroud, man. I miss you. Come back. I thought CJ Slump was just going to be a sophomore year thing. Anyways. Hey, but
you got it done.
And that's, you know what? He does already. Every year of his career, he's gone to the playoffs and he's won a playoff game. Not many players can say that. He's already got more playoff. He's got the same number of playoff wins in his career as Lamar Jackson already. That's a win. That's a win. CJ Stroud. Oh man, I just realized. Oh man, I came up with that in the spot. Now I'm gonna run with that. CJ Stroud's already got the same number of career playoff wins as Lamar Jackson. I should tweet that.
That's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Is it time to get into the picks?
I think it's time.
Let's do it.
It's time. Oh, we've made it. The divisional round, what many people consider to be
the best round,
best weekend of football all year. And now that the national championship's kind of the capper on it, because it is Saturday, Sunday divisional round and national championship, at least in the 12-team format, is that next week. Or that next Monday, I mean. It's on MLK weekend too, so you get the nice 3-day weekend. It's a solid setup. It's like the NFL decided to expand to 18 weeks, and then a few years later, the college expanded the playoff to 12 teams. Like, it all set up perfectly for MLK weekend to be one of the best weekends of football all year. It's also always right around my birthday too, so it's a dub. It's a dub. Buffalo, Denver, first game of the weekend here. Oh, I won the week just because I picked Chicago.
Nicely done.
Yes,
you got lucky on that one.
Was not looking so hot for a while. No, there. Was not looking hot for a while there, but hey, it worked out. So I get the first pick here. Of course, I'll go first because I want to give you the opportunity to pick Seattle first.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So Buffalo, Denver. Denver is a 1.5-point home favorite taking on Josh Allen, who I don't think – I mean, I guess Stafford's still around, but I think Josh Allen's the best quarterback left in the field here. Definitely the best quarterback left in the AFC, with all due respect to Drake May. Taking on who I think is the worst quarterback left in the AFC and probably the whole field, Bo Nix. However, they do have to go to Denver, which Denver in the playoffs isn't an easy place to go.
No, it is not.
The altitude, the temperature. Not that Buffalo is going to have to worry too much about the temperature. They're well acclimated to that, but it's a very tough environment. Very, very tough environment. Denver comes in as a 1.5-point favorite over the Bills. And I'm going to take Josh Allen. I'm sorry, but playoff Josh Allen against playoff Bo Nix. We saw this last year. It was in Buffalo. But Josh Allen and the Bills absolutely rolled the Broncos. And obviously this Broncos team is better than last year's Broncos team. And this year's Bills team is probably worse than last year's Bills team. But you have to think this is the matchup Denver did not want to see in the playoffs. Maybe Jacksonville again, because Jacksonville kind of took their lunch money in the regular season in Denver. But I think if you're a Broncos fan, you do not want to see the Bills on your schedule in the divisional round. You do not want to see Josh Allen as your divisional round opponent. Unfortunately, that's exactly what's happened here for you, Broncos. I think the Bills go into Denver and they win straight up. So the fact that I'm getting points along with it, that's just extra sauce on top.
I'm gonna go Bills as well. I just don't trust Bo Nix. I haven't trusted him all season. This could finally be where the run stops, the magic ends. That it's just he hasn't looked good all year. I know the Bills defense isn't great, but I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Seattle, San Francisco, Seattle, a place that we got very acclimated to them around the mid 2010s. The 1 seed, hosting throughout the NFC playoffs, a spot they have not been in since 2014, but they were very well acquainted with for a while there. But they're back, and they're playing an opponent they're well acquainted with as well. It's San Francisco 49ers. 49ers did lose heart and soul of the team, George Kittle, last week, along with Fred Warner. He tried to make a comeback, isn't going to make a comeback this week. If they win, maybe next week, but will not be back this week. They go up to Seattle, taking on the Seahawks. Seahawks are dropping 7.
I'm gonna go with the Niners to cover, Seahawks to win. It's a divisional game. It's gonna be tight. I think the Seahawks are going to win. The Sam Darnold oblique is a little worrisome, but I'm going to trust that defense because Brock Purdy did not look good when he had George Kittle. Trent Williams will be back, but honestly, their backup left tackle wasn't their issue in the Seahawks game. I think that will be a factor, and maybe we'll see what happens with Ricky Pearsall. Who knows if he's actually going to play? He's been limited. So yeah, I'm going to go Seahawks to cover here. Or not Seahawks to win, not cover.
Mm-hmm.
So Niners, I guess.
Niners cover, yeah. This is hard. Division games are hard, man. I think Seahawks are going to win. I know Seahawks are going to win. I'm debating if I'd call the cover or not, though. Part of me is like, oh, Kittle's out. Niners offense already struggled enough against the Seahawks with Kittle in there, but obviously Trent Williams is going to be back. Change the banner here. On the other hand, division games, I mean, Shanahan's going to be in his bag because he knows he's going to have to be in his bag. He's going to be pulling out all the stops. Expect a heavy McCaffrey game here, or heavy McCaffrey usage game here. I'm going to agree with you. Seahawks win, Niners cover. I think Niners get a backdoor cover. As in, like, Seahawks are up, like, 13. Niners score a touchdown, go for the onside kick, don't get it, game over.
I could see that. Speaking of Seahawks, though, a Seahawks fan actually made a cool anthem. A lot of, like, the anthems in all sports, football, baseball, they've made, like, playoff anthems and they've sucked. This one guy who's like actually a musician made actually a pretty cool like rap anthem. I'll send it to you, but it actually goes pretty hard. He's got like it's cool stuff going on. It's like you are now entering the death zone. Welcome to the dark side.
There you go.
Those are two of the nicknames. After the LOB, everyone wants to nickname the defense, and it's like, yeah, you can, whatever, but like. It's pretty hard to beat the LOB.
Right. Hey. I don't know.
The Death Zone and Dark Side are pretty all right. I know the players like the Dark Side better, but I kind of like the Death Zone better.
That's pretty good. I think the best defensive nickname that I heard this year was dog shit, which is what people call the Bengals defense.
Should it be cat shit?
Oh yeah, catch it. Yeah, there you go.
Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese. There you go. Houston, New England. Speaking of the complete opposite, two good defenses. Houston's going into New England. New England's dropping 3 to the away team here. This one's interesting. This one is one of the, I think of all the games. This is the one I feel the least confident.
Me too. I'm excited. This is the one I'm most excited for too.
I think so. I think this is the one where I'm like, okay, I don't know what's gonna happen, so let's get crazy because both these teams have awesome defenses. Houston's elite defense.
One of the
Young
top two defenses in
quarterbacks.
the league. Yeah.
Yeah, young quarterbacks with some weapons. Both struggling offensive lines against good defense, good pass rushes, so that's gonna balance out a little bit.
Take the under, folks.
Take the definitely. Whatever you do, take the under in this one. This one's so hard. Do I give it to New England just because they're a home team? Houston is never. Before last week, they'd never won a road playoff game in their franchise history.
Really?
Last week was their first road playoff win. They've never made it to the AFC Championship either, which they're a pretty new franchise. They've only been around 25 years. So,
That's
I think
a decade, man. That's tough.
Yeah. So never made it to the AFC title game. Is this the first year they do it? You know what? Let's get crazy. I'm going to take Houston. I think they win straight up.
Damn it. I'm taking Houston too. Drake May, only second year in the league, hasn't been in the playoffs before. Although
he did great in their first playoff.
He didn't. I'm gonna go Houston. I think they might get overwhelmed by that defense a little bit.
Yeah, I like that. All right. Last game here. Last game on the slate. That's fun. I got to start with the AFC games. You got to start with the NFC games. I feel like
it is
great. LA, Chicago, LA traveling to frigid Soldier Field. You see the weather in this game is gonna be crazy. It sounds like. Matt Stafford not great historically in cold weather games. Rams, despite that though, are still 3.5-point favorites traveling, taking on the cardiac. They're not the cardiac cats. Bears aren't cats. They're not the cardiac canines. They're not dogs. What are bears? They're not dogs. They're not cats. What are they?
I think they're their own thing.
They're their own thing, but they're like kind of a mix of both, but like massive. The cardiac Cubs. There you go. They're the cardiac Cubs. They just don't say die. Like of any team, they're just like they give our fans heart attacks, but they're here. They're made it to the Elite Eight. You got to give them some credit for that. I'll only change the banner here. Man, we're in the playoffs. I'm still forgetting to change banners. What a joke. I was so good at the banners when we were on the draft stream too. Now it's like I get lost with the banners. It's all right. It's year one. We'll keep getting better at it. Year one on StreamYard, I should say. Which shout out StreamYard for hosting our podcast for the past. It's about a year now because we started doing it in March of last year. So it's been about a year since we moved over from Zoom. So there you go. Anyways, that's not important. Back on topic. Rams, Bears. It is your pick, my friend. Rams drop at 3.5.
I'm gonna go with the Bears. I think they just gut these ones out. I've not been impressed with the Rams ever since the Seahawks game. They've not looked like the same team. I'm going with the Bears. Cold weather, Stafford might throw a pick.
Yep. I think the Rams win, but I am going to take the Bears to cover, primarily because of what you just said. I do not trust cold weather Stafford. I don't think they are going to be able to like dominate. I don't think they're going to be able to run it up on this team or anything. I do think they'll find a way to win because I think they're just a little bit more seasoned in these spots than the Bears are. And in the playoffs, that becomes very important. But I also don't think they're going to dominate because A, cold weather, B, the Bears just have devil magic on their side right now. So I'm going to hedge my bets a little bit and pick the Bears to cover. So that's that. So chalky week, 4 for 4, same pick, which I think means I clinch.
I think so.
Because there's only, after this week, there's only 3 games left, and I'm up 4. So there you go.
We're going to bet on the Pro Bowl.
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, we'll bet on the Pro Bowl, and we'll include that as a. That's how you get back in it. You just call, I don't know, some random NFC player like, hey, or some random AFC player. Say I bet in the AFC. You call up some random AFC player that you have the number of for some reason. You're like, hey, if you throw the Pro Bowl, I'll I don't know. You'll do something. I was gonna say you'll offer him money, but it's not like he cares. He's in the Pro Bowl. He's getting played. Getting paid
Point shave Chinese basketball.
There you go. There you go. Offer him something that he wants somehow. Anyways, well, that's it for the divisional round. Look at that. After this weekend, there'll be only 4 teams remaining. We'll be in the final 4. Let's see if Seattle can get there. I believe. Both of us believe because we both took them to win straight up.
The Darnold news is concerning, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Well, that's it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. Any closing thoughts, Mr. Joker?
If one of us makes it to the Final 4, all of us make it to the Final 4. If one of us click like, all of us click like. If one of us subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching. Oh, nice job.
That's right. We got an outro now. Let's go.
Thank you.